Many of you have heard different stories from the Bible of things that God has done. But for some of you, maybe it's hard to relate to because it happened so long ago. So in this video, I'm going to open up, share with you my testimony of the things that God has been doing in my life thanks to having some crazy faith. Check it out. Hey, first I just want to say that I was inspired to make this video after watching Pastor Todd preach part 1 of a 20 video series called Crazy Faith. Now, if you have never seen Pastor Todd, just do a search for YouTube, on YouTube for Transformation Church. And if you'd like to watch the episode that I'm talking about, then do a search for Crazy Faith Part 1. It started in 2014. I was watching Joel Osteen on TV, and it had been many years since I had attended church at the time, and I wasn't too proud of the things that was going on in my life. But while watching this service, I started hearing, "That is going to be you," as I was watching Joel before a large crowd. I immediately thought, no, that can't be me with the way that I talk and the things that I'm doing in my life. But I kept hearing, "That is going to be you. Look at the crowd and know that is going to be you." The voice was so loud and clear that even though I stood there in denial, I took this picture of the TV. Take a look. And when taking this picture, I knew it was going to remind me of the plan that God has for me. But God didn't stop there. Within the next week, I had a pastor friend of mine approach me, and he asked me for the first time ever if I had any magic that had a message that could be done at his church. Now, at the time, the answer was no. But God was clearly working on me. It wasn't until February the 2nd, 2015 that I would actually take the first step in being obedient to God's word. And I ordered my first gospel magic. This is the actual invoice of that order. Now, at this point, I didn't know any Bible stories. I had no clue what kind of trick or what kind of message to give. And it wouldn't be until November of 2016 that God would finally manage to get me into his house as I attended Celebration Church with my sister for the very first time. Now, I used to say that I didn't need to go to church to have a relationship with God. But God doesn't want us to just love him. He wants us to love one another. And he never expected us to take this walk alone. And that is why I'm so thankful for my Celebration Church family. If any of you are watching, know I love you. Now, fast forward to 2018, 3 years after buying my first gospel magic books. So much had happened since God first placed it on my heart back in 2014. Many obstacles had challenged every bone in my body, but I knew I heard God speaking to me that night, and I know what he had shown me. So attending church and hearing God's word on the regular basis helped me to realize that it looked impossible because I was looking with my eyes and what I think that I can do. When I gave up control and I started trusting in God and I started believing wholeheartedly that the vision is going to come true, my life changed. And on February the 4th, 2018, Super Bowl Sunday, I stood before a church for the very first time and I delivered a 30-minute message with magic. Nothing is impossible with God. Here's the beginning of that actual video. First, check y'all out. Here on Super Bowl Sunday, you can be anywhere getting ready for the game. But instead, you're in God's house. Amen. Ready for God's word. And I want you to hear God's word. That's why I want you to just, for the next 20 to 30 minutes, just lean in. Tell the person that's next to you, just look over at them and tell them, it's time to lean in. Because the devil, he would distract you. Because he doesn't want you to hear this message. Trust me, I know firsthand, because for the last 3 years, he has distracted me where I went and delivered this message. But even the devil cannot stop.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
So today we're going to talk about gifts. Now, some of you might be thinking, gift talk. All right, glad I showed up at church, right? Well, not birthday gifts or Christmas gifts, which some of you might want to talk about, but God's gift.
Amen.
Jeremiah 29:11 says, I know the plans that I have for you,
Yes.
declares the Lord. Plans for peace, but not evil.
That's right.
To give you hope and a future. See, God has a plan for each one of us.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if you're short, average, or tall. You could be young, you could be middle-aged, or, well, yeah, you could be up in age. God has a plan for each one of us. And He's given us talents to get through these plans.
Yes.
Some of us might have been given one. Others might have been given two or even more. But it's not important how many talents God has given you. And it's not important what those talents are. What is important is what you do with the talents that God has given you. Because remember this, though we're all different, God, He loves us all equally the same. Equally the same. Now, some of you might have... Whoa, wait a minute, Magic. I know I just seen 3 unequal groups.
Yes.
How is it possible that I'm now seeing 3 equal groups?
Wow.
Well, as much as we would like to see one another equally, unfortunately, when we're looking through our eyes, we're judgmental. We see the differences. But, lucky for us, and I do mean lucky for us, that is not the case in the eyes of our amazing God. You see, that is crazy faith. When I spoke this out loud to family and even to myself, it sounded crazy. But what was crazy in one season, as Pastor Todd says, it turned into faith in another season because I had believed and I trusted in what God had shown me. Now, the story doesn't end there, but who doesn't like a good ending, right? So the rest of 2018 and 2019 will bring some more obstacles and plenty of triumph, but we will talk about that journey in a future video as I will bring you up to where God has me now in 2020. I hope that this message is encouraging, and you can take a look at how someone who didn't believe that they could even stand before a church and be able to give a message and had no clue of any kind of message that they possibly could give, trusted in God, and God continued to show me the different things and continued to lead me to where I am now. And as I continue to trust Him, no telling where He's going to take me. So I hope this is encouraging to someone to trust in God. And I thank you for watching. Please feel free to share. And as always, I'll see you next time. God bless.